As Peter Drucker said it, what gets measured can be managed. And I like to add, what you can manage, you can improve. All of us talk about tracking numbers, data, but nobody shows you actual system or tools how to do it. So in this video, I will walk you through my own tracking system that I call the Sharp OS, that basically helps you to identify and know what's happening in your company. It's all in one place. It's something that I made for our company years ago, and I still have used it to scale to my company to 7 figures. And I'm giving this to more than 2,000 customers of ours, and they're also using it and they're loving it, and it's a great thing. So in this video, I will explain what it is, how it looks, so you can maybe make it something for yourself. And below the video, you can actually grab this Sharp OS with additional 11 systems inside of this sheet, but I'm gonna explain the big one. And the big one is having all of your company data in one point, and also knowing how you're doing during the day, during the week, during the month, and every stage of the way, knowing your pace. So pace is how much are you pacing? Like what's gonna be the result at the end of the month based on current results during the first 3 days of the month or first 5 days of the month, etc. So here's the thing where you change the pace. So you can see 31 days in this month, in this example, and 3 days have been already done. You change this every day. And now how it is built. So it is built based on daily tracking for your departments. And then I added monthly data. So everything, as you can see here, it's great. It's in one sheet. It's great. It's super simple in one sheet. So basically you come to the day, you open that sheet and you look at it. And then additionally, you can have dashboards where it basically represents this data. But let me explain what it kind of the big picture and why it's so useful, etc. So here you basically map out all of your funnels. So you maybe have multiple funnels. So you map them out and make the kind of the biggest things you want to do. What's the biggest numbers, biggest tracking things you would love to check out. For the second funnel, you can see here's 2 examples, a digital funnel or a call funnel. So I'm seeing what's happening. And the cool part is you can see there's dummy data, and you can see, I know, okay, what's my pace? What's the expected kind of numbers, what I can expect on it. You can put targets and know what's happening. And not just for this, but for everything you would love to track. So I have a person that does DMs. So this is one example where I know what their targets are to make, how many reels per day, how many posts per day, how many new DMs to send, how many follow-ups they need to do, and they need to track conversations, like how many people first reply, how many book calls happen, new clients, and cash collected. And it's super simple for me to know how she's doing day to day. It's also for her to just kind of like to track inputs, because for every position in a company that needs to produce some outcome, which is like a closer getting new customers, or a setter booking sales calls, or a client success team manager retaining a customer, or helping the customer to achieve certain results. So those are there's actually inputs that dictate these outputs. So if you could manage your inputs, it will help you to kind of have a better understanding, and the person better understanding, and for you to easily and more faster to identify certain problems or certain inefficiencies in that position where you have that person. So you can basically change them, or you could have a hard conversation and then maybe, like talk about it, show them what they need to do, because maybe they don't know how to do it, right? Also a good thing, you need to make sure they know how to do it. Okay, makes sense. Then for my content, again, and you can add multiple things, it's just how it's structured and how you could think about it. Okay, for content, I love to plan and track how much pieces are we doing, but of course I have multiple channels in Latvia and in English. We're actually doing a lot of content, but you can see this is my thinking, how you can summarize how many posts per day, how many leads actually were from content, how many book calls happen. And of course, if you don't have sales calls, you can just like basically delete these things. Just write maybe not revenue, sales, orders, average order value. Doesn't matter. You can just adjust it for yourself. But I think the most important thing is how it's structured, because you have it in one place, and it's a great way to do it. For sales team, again, and you just write down the numbers. So I'm not going to talk about the numbers because I think it's not so interesting for you guys. But what is important? Who does it? I have one operations person who basically first thing they do in the morning, they take right now they take 7 to 15 minutes per day because we have a CRM, we have automations in Slack, so it's very simple to put in the data, and they do it manually. Could you automate it? Probably. With time I will have it and I will share with you, but right now we don't have it. Okay, so that's the workflow, how they do it. The cool part is, let me show one more cool part. So you can see I have closers and setters, and I track cash collected and calls taken. How do we do it? So here's another sheet where basically every time a customer pays us via Stripe, via wire transfer, via bank, via, I don't know, like other payment, we have automations that information gets pushed here immediately. And then my manager, operations person, basically writes in money collected, they put the date, revenue, etc. They put what product, who was the closer, and you can see as we change it here. So as we change it here, that data changes here, see? And the cool part is my closer can keep emotionally motivated more because they see, okay, how they're doing, what's their position, what's their place in the team, how much are they pacing. And a cool thing you could do, which we do, you could add here like what is their expected commissions or salary or something like that, which is like cool, right? And they know they're like had a good week, because many times people like do not know how they're doing, you know, are they good, bad, what's happening, because there's no immediate reference points. For my team, every day, every morning, they just see it. And it makes, you know, like, yeah, it's a good thing. So it's a cool thing. I'll put back the previous one so you can see it. It automatically changes. For setters, the same way. For client success team, you could do the same thing. You can see here there's formulas, so basically kind of you could understand. And for client success team, this is my tracking, active clients, new onboarded clients, meetings with the customers that are existing customers, and then I like to do activation points, which are like milestones, like how many customers did reach this milestone, this one, and then I want to reach a certain success rate for the whole customers, and I know I need to reach that success rate in a certain time frame so that they are successful, okay? And then I do it for every manager, and the coolest part is at the end of the month, I have this data. It's super easy to do monthly tracking because I basically come up with my sales managers or client assistant managers, and I write down the summary of those monthly things. So it's super simple. And I don't do it myself, but the ops person does it. Should you do it as the CEO initially when you do it? Yes, so you understand how to do it. You can explain it to your team member. So it's nice. And you can see this for a closer, setter. And whenever there's someone who has a down month, they just see that situation. They're like, shit, I had a shitty month. But when you can do this and show this, you can basically open up the year and you can tell them, bro, this is just like one dip. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna do this and this and this, and that's how you're gonna get there. So it's an easy and cool way for you to also manage the team, keep their morale high, and also sometimes it's a great way to see who's underperforming month to month, so you can just cut them out. Because sometimes most of people I'm working who have 7-figure, 6-figure, 5-figure companies, which is like small businesses, micro businesses basically, we're very emotional. I am also very emotional. So this helps you to be less emotional and to see facts and numbers how they are, and it will help you to make better decisions. So I hope you like this video. Maybe write a comment what kind of questions did you have from this, what you would love to know. And again, here we have multiple systems which I didn't talk about because this video would be like 2 hours. If you want to grab this Sharp OS, the link is below, so go ahead and grab it. As always, stay sharp, make a move, and I hope to see you in the next video. Let's go.